Yes, plus 2 class students, hello and good day to all. I am Amritpal Singh welcoming you in the online class of economics. Students, before I start proceeding further, I would like to inform you that twice a month, 2 times in a month, your test will be conducted on Thursday. So I will inform you on which Thursdays. So we will try to keep in touch by using this medium of video. So you have to mentally prepare accordingly that 2 times, twice a month on Thursday your test will be conducted. So there will be no confusion in anybody's mind. Okay, students. And now now we are going to discuss or touch our next part. So probably this will be our second last video regarding national income and related aggregates, and then we will start proceeding in our last chapter of formal part syllabus, that is national income, methods of calculating national income. Okay students, now you can see on the blackboard. In our previous video we were discussing about nominal GDP and real GDP. In nominal GDP we were having a small part, that is price into quantity. Price and quantity means both are at the current year, like right now we are living in 2020 and prices of 2020 will be taken. Okay, and in real GDP the prices of base year means prices were constant, prices were not changing. But in let's say in nominal GDP there were prices we were taking at the of the current year. Now you can see a very small numerical I have chosen for you, that is for nominal GDP. So this is the base year, we are talking about 2010. So any commodity A, that can be any wheat, sugar, any B, C, any three commodities we have taken. The quantity we have produced, these all are examples for you. 20 tons we have produced in a year, 100 meters, let's say any cloth we have produced, and 5 tons in a year. Okay, this is our production in you can say in 2010. Okay students, now here you can see the price is 100 rupee per ton, 5 rupees per meter, and 500 rupees per ton. So according to this year price, we are going to multiply 20 into 100, 2000, 100 into 5, 500, 5 into 500, 2500. In totality we have 5000 rupees. This is nominal GDP at market price. This thing you have to keep in mind. Okay, but for your better understanding, so or for the comparison, what is the difference between real GDP and nominal GDP, exactly we have the same part. This question is not been over yet. You cannot think that the question is over. Now you can see at the current year, it means 2020. Now you can compare that here is 20 tons, 100 meter, 100 meter, 5 tons, 5 tons. The production is not changing. So it cannot be set at proper growth or real GDP. Why? Because the production is not changing. After a gap of 10 years, here it is 2010, here it is 2020, the prices are going high, and it is just a monetary circle. It is just a illusion of growth. Now you can see here, earlier it was 100 rupee per ton, now it is 1000 rupees per ton, 500 rupees per meter, 20 rupees per meter, 500 rupee per ton, it is 160. Now you can see this is the whole part. So here I am writing here 1600 to make it for better yourself. 500 has been exceeded by 1600, increased by 1100 rupees. So now you can multiply 1000 into 20, 20,000, 20 into 100, 2000, 1600 into 5, 8000, and by adding that 30,000. So now you can see after a gap of 10 years, 5000 has been risen to 30,000. But this is not a real GDP, this is nominal. ये सिर्फ एक नाम दी GDP है. It is simply showing the welfare, but it is nothing like welfare. There is no change in the production. Earlier it was, now same here has been. There is no change in the production, but the prices are going high, and we are assuming, we are in illusion that 5000, here it is 30,000, but actually this is not a real GDP. This is just nominal GDP. Okay students, now you can pause the video and note it down in your fair notebook. Yes students, welcome back. Now we are going to touch the second part, that is the real GDP. Now this is actually called real. Here means actual growth, actual gross domestic product. Now you can see same question, base year, taking 2010 as a base year. Again the same commodities A, B, C, any items can be there. Quantity 20 tons, 100 meter, 5 tons. Prices we have 100 rupee per ton, 5 rupee per meter, and 500 rupees per ton. Okay, now multiplying all these, 20 into 100, same 2500, 2500, and the total we are getting here is 5000. Now you can see the total we are getting 5000. Okay students, now current year, taking 2020 as current year, this is real GDP. Earlier we were discussing about nominal GDP. Now one thing you can compare in nominal GDP and real GDP, that here quantity is increasing, this is increasing, this is going high, but there is no change in the price. Prices are not changing. This is actual called real GDP. This is the actual GDP. For example, if I am earning in 2020, I am earning 20,000 rupees per month, and suppose price of milk is 60 rupees per liter, price of petrol is 80 rupees per liter, and after a gap of 5 years, if I am earning 30,000 rupees per month, and the prices of petrol is 80 rupees and prices of milk is also 60 rupees, there is no change in prices of petrol and milk, then we can say that actually my income has been increased. But if after a gap of 5 years I am earning 50,000 rupees per month and prices of petrol gone to 200 rupees per liter, and prices of petrol is, so suppose 220 rupees per liter, then whatsoever the income has been increased, that will be spent into that amount. So there will be no actual change in my income, there is no actual increase in my income. This thing you have to keep in mind. Okay, now the production has been increased. Earlier in 2010 we were producing 20 tons, now it is 200 tons. Earlier it were 100 meters, now it is 500 meters, 5 tons, 50 tons. Okay, so production has been increased, but there is no change in the prices are not changing. Okay, this is the real GDP. Now multiplying 200 into 100, 20,000, 500 into 5, 2500, or you can say 25,000. This will be the actual part I am going to touch with you. Okay, 2500. Now you can see 50 into 500, 25,000. In totality we have 47,500. This will be your actual answer. Now you can see from 5,000 we have gone to 47,500, but there is, there is actual, real, in real sense, in real mean, we are growing because our production is increasing, but there is no change in the prices. This thing should be clear to all the students. Okay, so in nominal GDP the prices are going high, no change in the production. In real GDP production is going high, but there is no change in the prices. Okay, so nominal GDP is just an illusion of growth. There is no actual growth in nominal GDP, but real GDP is the actual growth. This is the real GDP. Okay, so after noted down in your fair notebook, I will start discussing what are the, what this GDP actually ignores in a very small manner. I will like to explain, and then small homework will be given, and in the next video we will try to wind up over this chapter. Okay students, now you can pause the video with this numerical noted down in your fair notebook. Yes, plus 2 class students, welcome back. So now we are going to discuss another topic, that is GDP is not an appropriate index of welfare because it ignores the following. Means we are considering that nominal GDP or real GDP can be an ideal index of presenting the welfare of a country, but actually it is not. Why it is so? We are having these following points. First of all, this composition of GDP. Composition, I have written this content for you people, that what is composition, that what are the components of in GDP, what is GDP is actually made of, what is the structure of GDP. So it may not be welfare oriented. Sometimes the composition of GDP is made in such a manner that is not welfare oriented. It is just for making the country develop into materialistic level, not at welfare level. Okay, there is no direct increase in the welfare masses of the masses if GDP has risen largely due to increase in the production of defense goods. Now for example, that our country needs defensive goods also in order to make our country protect for the safety of our country. So if the production is increasing, the production of defense goods is increasing, but if the production is increasing of defense goods, it is not making any direct contribution to the level of welfare of the economy. Students, these things you have to keep in mind, that if we are spending more and more on defense goods, the production of defense goods is increasing, no doubt about that. And if we are making more spend on weapons or defensive goods, no doubt it is helpful for the peacefulness of our country. Our country is in safe hands. We are living a peaceful life while living in our country. But these things you have to keep in mind, it makes no direct contribution to the level of welfare in the economy. Either defensive goods are good for the peacefulness of the country, but it does not make any sense, it is not contributing in our economy. These things you have to keep in mind. This is the first point of composition of GDP. Now you can see the second point in a small paragraph, non-monetary exchanges. I have written this point also. First of all, pause this video, note these all 4 points, and along with this small paragraph, then we will start explaining you non-monetary exchanges. Okay students, note it down. Yes students, welcome back now. Now the third point we have, that is non-monetary exchanges. Here non-monetary exchanges here means when there is no money involved, when we are not involving any money. Okay, either there is exchanging taking place, but without use of money. How? In rural economics, barter system of exchange still prevails to some extent. Students, we have read in our previous videos that what is the meaning of barter system, where goods are exchanged for goods. Okay, so in now the money has been introduced, but in some rural areas still there is barter system they are using. How? Payments for farm labor are often made in kind. This thing you have to keep in mind. Payments for farm labor are often made in kind rather than cash. So it means when any farming productivity or agricultural productivity is there, they are not paying them into cash for farm labors, they are paying in kind. In kind means either they are giving them any wheat, any rice, or any sort of facility, but they are not giving them cash. So if cash is not involved, this will become non-monetary exchange. Okay, this thing, if money is not involved, so that is called, for example, if the person is working in a piece of land as a farm labor, at the end of the day he is getting some food for his or his family, for him and his family. So he is not getting any cash, he is getting some food to eat and some food for his family, then that will be taken as payment made in kind, often made in kind rather than cash. All transactions remain unrecorded. So if he is not getting any cash, obviously this will not be recorded in his income, this will not be recorded in any cash book or anything. Okay, this will remain unrecorded. So this leads to underestimation of GDP. So the person who is involved in non-monetary exchange, this will not be recorded, and our GDP estimation will remain underestimate, because we are not estimating that. Okay student, a very small paragraph was there. So now you can note it down, and this is our small homework students for your recapitulation, that you are to calculate GNP at MP from net domestic product at factor cost. This is your homework. I will give you the solution in the next video. Then net national product at factor cost from calculate gross national product at market price. And here students, I have marked the sign plus minus, either something will be added or subtracted, you have to do accordingly. Then NDP from MP, that equal to, from you have to calculate gross national product at factor cost and dash. What should be added or subtracted, you have to write accordingly. And last is gross domestic product at factor cost from net national product at factor cost plus minus dash. This is your small homework, along with read and write all the questions, all the things given in the video. Okay students, and if you are facing any doubt, you can call me at the number given above on the blackboard, 94657595157. And before I take a leave students, this will be the second last video of this chapter. In the next video probably we will try to wind up our chapter number 2 national chapter number 4 national income and related aggregates. Then next chapter will be started regarding with the calculation of national income. Okay students, and I take a leave. Don't forget, you all are awesome. Thank you very much.